Good evening. I'm so glad that you could join us tonight. More creative television from young people who are a part of CINEKYD, because tonight, this is CINEKYD Theater. The holiday season, Christmas and New Year's, simply means Christmas and New Year's. At CINEKYD, we offer to our young people an opportunity to gather for 2 days and within the framework of 48 hours to produce an entire television show. Boys and girls this year from about 7 through 18 participated in one of the most active winter track production sessions that we've ever had. Before we show you the results of their effort, we'd like to take you behind the cameras and take a look, as it were, at some of the activity that resulted in this year's final production.
Were all nights brave and able?
Yes, brave, pure heart, courageous, and
Yes, the museum is closed. Seems something or other. Take one.
Wind the camera. It's getting late.
Ready?
Wow. That's a neat outfit. Wow. That's a neat outfit. Just like in the book.
Thank you.
Oh. For some reason, the messier the bandages, the better it looks. I think I just grabbed your phone.
How is he going to eat under the roof of hands?
You just let me off there fried. Get up and...
Yes, there was a telephone call. It was from your principal. He called and there was a telephone call.
In cooperation with our friends at the Franklin Institute, we created a very unusual drama. Its title, The Museum is Closed. I'd like you to imagine that a group of youngsters has gone with their teacher on a field trip to a museum. And through an oversight, one of those tricks of fate, 2 of the children are accidentally left behind. They've gone off somewhere, fallen asleep. When they awaken, they discover that the museum is closed for the day, and they're locked inside. What happens to this boy and girl constitutes the plot for this year's exciting story. So sit back and relax and enjoy with us a CINEKYD production. The Museum is Closed.
on a field trip. Now this means that you are all to be on your very, very best behavior. Harold? Harold? We are indoors. Be a gentleman and remove your hat. As I was saying, you are all to be on your very best behavior, Rachel.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that gum you're chewing?
Yes, ma'am.
Swallow it. Swallow it, Rachel. Now, I expect this museum trip shall be a learning experience for each and every one of you. Does anyone know what sort of things we'd be looking for? Yes, Francie.
Studies of different cultures.
Very good. Would anyone like to add to what Francie said?
Thank you.
Bucky, that's enough of that. Yes, Charles. Charles?
We're going to spend a boring day looking at some old statues.
Now that's enough of that from you two, Charles, and Bucky, or anyone else. Now, you're all to be on your very best behavior today. The curator should be here in any minute to explain the procedures for today.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I'm Preston Johnson, the curator. You must be Miss Shillthorne?
Silverthorne, yes. Children, I'd like to introduce Mr. Preston Johnson.
Hello.
He's the curator.
I'd like to welcome you all to the Metropolitan Museum.
Rachel has a question.
What's a curator?
Ma'am, without a curator, the museum could not function properly. A curator is responsible to make sure all the objects in the museum are presentable to the general public.
Oh, thank you.
Now,
Harold has a question.
Do you have any gladiators or knights in China armor or need stuff like that?
we have something for everybody. Yes, we do have gladiators. We have a few exhibits of that. I guess the teacher explained all the rules to you. There's no running, no gum chewing, and especially don't touch any of the exhibits. They're priceless. Also, I would like to call your attention to some of the wax figures when we get there. They've been described as actually being seen breathing. They are so lifelike. Okay, I knew that would get you. Okay? Now, we're going to be dividing up into groups so that you can appreciate the museum more. So, if there aren't any more questions, if you'll just follow me, please.
Come this way, children.
What do you think?
It's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah, I guess it's pretty interesting. Let's go see the mummies.
Yeah, okay.
Get our coats.
This thing's a piece of junk.
The whole place is a dump. Priceless.
Guy's a geek. Hey, Harold, the teacher's gone. Put your cap back on.
Good idea. I'm bored. Let's go see the gladiators.
Yeah.
Locomotive number 60,000 was built in Philadelphia in 1926. It was actually used on trial runs extending more than 100,000 miles on such railroads as the Pennsylvania, Baltimore and Ohio, Erie, Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy, Great Northern.
Come on. Looks like my fourth grade teacher.
paging Miss Thorne, a teacher. Please meet Mr. Johnson in the lobby.
Johnson, you had me paged?
Yes, there was a telephone call. It was from your principal.
The principal?
Yes. He said that there was some sort of emergency.
An emergency?
Yes.
What happened?
Well, he didn't tell me that, but he said that he'd send a car right over for you.
A car?
Oh,
You mean I have to go back to
have
school?
to go back to the school.
But what about the children?
Don't worry about the children. I'll take care of the children.
You will?
I will. Don't worry
You'll
about
make sure
them.
that they get on the bus safely?
Yes, I promise.
Well, here's a roster of all their names. Now, you must be sure to take roll before they get on the bus. Make sure that each and every one is there.
All right.
Do you think you can handle that?
I think so, yeah.
Those children are my responsibility, Mr. Johnson.
Don't worry about a thing.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
The car's right out here?
Yes, right out there. Bye-bye.
Quiet. Okay, now everybody, we're Miss Thorne, your teacher, has had to take care of an emergency, and I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to be filling in. So I'm just gonna take roll, and then we can all get home. Okay? Donnie Miller! Donnie Miller! I'm terribly sorry, really. Okay. Raquel Winston! Raquel Winston! Please go. Oh, I'm Jackie Bennett! Jackie Bennett! Jackie Bennett! Okay. Betty Smith! Charlie Yes, sir.
I'm Dan Hurley here, your bus driver. And,
Pleased to meet you, yes.
We really do have a schedule to keep here, and so, after 5 I'm on overtime, and so I'd really appreciate it if we could get going.
All right, I'm just going to take roll, and then you can get on your way, okay?
You don't understand, you see, the missus doesn't take very kindly to my being late, so,
oh.
Children, if you will.
Yes, well, I'll just take roll. They're all there.
The Metropolitan Museum will be closing in 5 minutes. Thank you for visiting the museum today. Parents and teachers, please be sure to count noses before you leave. The museum will reopen tomorrow at 10 a.m. Our special exhibit all this week is the colonial period, featured in the Franklin Room. Once again, thank you for visiting the Metropolitan Museum.
Where we go? Where are we? I don't know. We must have fallen asleep. Come on, let's go find the others. We're probably late.
Down these empty halls, watch the paintings staring from the walls. They are watching you. We are watching you. They lead you down through an underground room, past a mummy from an Egyptian tomb. He is watching you. We are watching you. All sounds echo around the empty museum, but they never escape. You hear strange voices, but you never see them. No use trying to escape. No use calling for help. No use trying to escape. Yes, you're all by yourself. The museum is closed.
Are we ever going to get out of here?
Yeah, don't worry. They'll be back for us.
He almost looks alive.
Sometimes we are.
You're alive?
Fear not. I am King Harcourt IV. Some time ago, I had a kingdom of fair size in England. But that's enough about me. I'm sure that Mr. Johnson has told you more than you're interested in. Who are you?
Well, I'm Billy Michaels, and this is Barbara Baines.
It's very late, and this is a time when usually the museum is left to my friends and I. What are you doing here?
Well, we were walking around, and we got tired and fell asleep, and when we got up, the museum was closed, and now we can't get out.
Well, I myself have never tried to leave the museum, but perhaps I can be of some assistance. Come, this way. Now, this is Sir Cedric of Ballantrae. He was one of the finest swordsmen in all of Scotland.
Wow. That's a neat outfit. Just like in the books.
Thank you, young squire.
Just like the others.
No, Sir Cedric. I'm afraid the times have changed. And although Billy is a fine young man, he is no squire.
Gosh, what does it take to become a knight?
Well, first I was a page, and then I was a squire, sponsored by King Harcourt here, who at that time was a knight.
Were all knights brave and noble?
Yes, brave, pure of heart, courageous, and noble.
Well, thank you, Sir Cedric. But I'm afraid the time is pressing. I am trying to escort our young friends back to their friends.
Yes, of course. Young lady, young sir.
Come, let us proceed this way.
What beautiful dresses. Are they?
Yes, they are. This is Miss Annabelle Franklin. And this is Miss Prudence Johnston. Miss Billy Michaels and Barbara Baines.
Nice to meet you.
I've always wanted to be a colonial girl. What's it like?
Oh, it was wonderful. I had 11 brothers and sisters, and I lived in the western part of what you call now Pennsylvania.
I came from a large family also, and my father was a saloon keeper. I could tell you so many.
We could go on
Ladies.
forever and just...
I'm sure you could continue talking all night, but I'm trying to guide our young friends from the museum. So, good evening.
It was lovely chatting with you.
Come, this way. Now, my children, here is a man with an interesting story. When he was very, very young, he came to the colonies on a clipper ship. For a time, he served as an indentured servant, and he played a part in your American Revolution. Why don't you tell them the rest, Ben?
True so far, King Harcourt. I came to the colonies because I wanted to live in a place where one man's word was as good as the other, and any man could become president. I served as an indentured servant for approximately 5 years. My father, back in England, had a very, very rough life, and I wanted to live in a place where myself and my family could have an easier life than he did.
How old were you when you came to this country?
10 years old.
And you traveled all by yourself?
No, there were many others on board, but I did leave my family behind.
Well, Ben, we would like to continue talking to you, but we must be moving on.
Godspeed and a safe journey.
Come, this way. Now, this is the lobby, as you probably remember. Sometimes they lock the front doors, so I'm going to go check them. I'll be back in a moment. Wait here.
I wish he'd hurry back.
I'll be back in a minute.
Just doesn't feel right.
Miss Thorne, where's the mommy?
Thank you. You really shouldn't be sitting
And
around.
Dracula.
Are you okay?
Your
Where'd they
children,
go?
these children were left behind.
We're
I'm
being
terribly
chased.
sorry.
Where'd they
I don't
go?
know what happened.
Things like that just
It's-
don't happen.
No, they came. And the mom
But
was
it's-
chasing us.
Things
We're
like
not
that just
home.
don't happen, children.
Yeah. Things like that just don't happen.
I marvel at the creativity and the energy of our young people. That little drama was, as I said, the product of 2 days' work and an awful lot of hard work. I thank you for being with us tonight, and once again would like to extend to parents and youngsters alike the opportunity to become a part of CINEKYD Enterprises. If you or a member of your family would be interested in our organization, please give our offices a call at 659-4696. We welcome the opportunity to show off our campus and give you a chance to see just what makes CINEKYD tick. Until next week then, same time, same station, thank you for joining us. This is Bob Clark saying good night and God bless.